0800 150 150. I was 8 years old when I learned that number. Around the time I learned my 9 times tables and how to spell the word courageous. My uncle beat the hell out of my auntie, leaving her body a canvas of riddled bruises, a painting of broken pieces. I promised the next time it happened I would say something. When she swore it was a mistake, that he didn't mean it, I watched her teach herself silence and equated to courage, and I copied. I was 15 when my mom's best friend was left on the hospital bed after her husband took an iron to her face. Left with her skin scorched on its surface, I sat in the hospital room and listened to her tell my mother it was an accident, that he didn't mean it. I took the words I had and swallowed them, telling myself to be silent, courageous. I'm 17 now, and staying silent is a lot harder than it used to be. Trying to swallow the words get harder and harder, so I wrote this poem as a tribute to the victims of silence and the resulting casualties. To Karabo Mokwena, you were 22 when you were beaten to death and set alight. Your body turned to charred meat, disposed in garbage bags and left on the side of the road. I'm sorry that you had to buy extra makeup to cover up your face because you couldn't say anything any sooner. I'm sorry that we were so quick to forget. To the 3 women who die every day in this country at the hands of their partners, I'm sorry that 16 days of activism was the best we could do. I'm sorry that mentioning you in Women's Month and at a couple of conferences seemed like enough. To the rape victims and rape survivors, you were told to fix your dressing, the way you walk and present yourselves, but it didn't protect you. Because the animals still took what they wanted, what they've always wanted. I'm sorry that we keep teaching you prevention instead of telling them to stop raping, to stop taking what doesn't belong to them. To Nene, you were 19 when you walked to the post office and didn't come back. Bludgeoned to death with a scale, buried in a shallow grave, your body ravaged by bruises. Bruises left by a man who tore through your thighs to get to what wasn't his to have. I'm sorry that we're wasting time having to explain how a hashtag isn't a personal attack on anyone's ego, instead of fighting together for girls like you. To the mother and father who had to bury their daughter last weekend, words cannot express my deepest sympathies. I'm sorry that we murdered your daughter, that our silence took her last breath and left her for dead, vulnerable and alone. To the girl who is afraid to walk outside on her own, I apologize that this is what it's come to. I apologize for what we've allowed to happen, for allowing you to become a victim of circumstance, and I'm sorry. I'm sorry for ever thinking that silence was courage. So to whoever hears this poem, 0800 150 150, never stay silent. 0800 150 150, never stay silent. 0800 150 150. If you need help, say it. Because silence has become a death sentence, even if that sentence is...
will call me, take me deeper than my feet could ever wander.